Imagine standing at the threshold of a home built on trust, commitment, and shared dreams. A home where two people have chosen not just to love each other, but to build a life together through every unpredictable turn. In that home, one question rises often, quietly at first, then louder as the years go on. Should partners have each other's location? Should a husband know where his wife is at any moment, and should a wife know the same about her husband? It sounds simple, almost practical. But beneath the surface, it touches some of the deepest layers of human connection. This question is not about technology. It is not about a little dot blinking on a map. It is about safety. It is about reassurance. It is about independence. It is about control. And it is about trust. Trust not as a soft sentiment, but as the living backbone of a marriage. When we talk about sharing location in a marriage, we are talking about an invitation. An invitation into one another's daily routes, habits, rhythms. An invitation to reduce small worries. An invitation to deepen partnership. But also an invitation that can become distorted if not grounded in something pure. And that is why this question deserves more than a yes or no. It deserves a moment of reflection, the kind of reflection we give to matters that shape the way we love. Marriage is not built on shared passwords or shared pins on a map. Marriage is built on shared values. But in the changing world we live in, technology has woven itself into our relationships so completely that it has become part of the landscape. And like any tool, it can be used to build or to break. So let us explore this gently. Let us sit with the realities, the fears, the hopes, and the truth that lies underneath. First, consider why someone might want to share location with their partner. Not from a place of suspicion, but from love. Imagine a husband driving home late after work. His wife glances at the map, sees he is 5 minutes away, and her heart settles. Imagine a wife traveling alone, her partner able to see she arrived safely. Imagine two people who know they lead busy lives, chaotic schedules, unpredictable moments, and a simple shared location gives each of them a quiet sense of connection throughout the day. In these moments, location sharing is not about control. It is about peace of mind. It is about protection. It is about being a team. And many couples experience it that way. They do not monitor each other. They do not obsess over the little dot moving through the city. It is just there, like a silent guardian watching over the one you love. But now imagine another moment. Imagine a partner checking the map constantly, not out of care, but out of fear. Fear that the other person is not where they said they would be. Fear that leads to doubt, and doubt that leads to accusation. Imagine one partner feeling like every step they take is being measured, watched, analyzed. Imagine someone who cannot stop refreshing the screen because they no longer feel secure in themselves or their marriage. In these moments, the little dot becomes something else. It becomes a symbol of mistrust. A symbol of anxiety. A symbol of emotional imprisonment. It becomes surveillance disguised beneath the language of partnership. And instead of strengthening a marriage, it quietly weakens it. So which is it? Is sharing your location a good thing? Or a harmful thing? The truth is that the technology itself is neutral. It is the intention behind it that carries the weight. A strong marriage does not need location sharing to function. But a strong marriage can choose location sharing and still flourish. A struggling marriage cannot be repaired by it. And a struggling marriage can be further damaged by it. So the real question becomes not should you share location, but why do you want it? What is the motive beneath the request? What is the story behind the hesitation? Is it to feel closer? Is it to feel safer? Is it to protect each other? Or is it to control? To reassure yourself because trust has eroded? To watch because fear has taken root? Every couple must ask themselves these questions honestly. Because honesty, not technology, is what strengthens a marriage. Many people say that if you have nothing to hide, you should not mind sharing your location. But that is not the full truth. Transparency is not proven by openness alone. Transparency must be chosen freely, not pressured. When something is given freely, it strengthens love. When it is demanded, it weakens freedom. And freedom is essential in a marriage. Many people misunderstand this. Freedom is not the opposite of commitment. Freedom is the foundation of commitment. A marriage is strongest when both partners feel at ease. When they feel safe to be themselves. When they are free not because they want to run away, but because they know they have chosen the right person to stay with. When location sharing becomes an obligation, freedom is threatened. Not because the app is harmful, but because the intention behind it becomes heavy. A partner should not feel like they must be monitored to be trusted. Trust given reluctantly is not trust. Trust given conditionally is not trust. Trust given only with proof is not trust. At the same time, some people desire location sharing because they crave deeper partnership. They want to feel like they are looking out for each other. They want an added layer of security. They want to reduce unnecessary worry. And if both partners feel the same, if both agree with enthusiasm rather than pressure, then sharing location becomes just another way they support each other. So should partners have each other's location? The answer lies in mutual desire, not in expectation. If both partners feel comfortable, if both understand the purpose, if both want it for healthy reasons, then yes, it can be a beautiful layer of connection. But if one partner hesitates, if one feels watched, if one feels uneasy, if one feels like their independence or privacy is at risk, then forcing it will not strengthen anything. It will create cracks in a structure meant to stand tall. We must also recognize that marriage is not a static agreement. People grow, people change, people heal. A couple may choose to share locations in one season of life, and choose not to in another. And that is perfectly fine. What matters is not consistency. What matters is communication. The moment a partner feels like the location is being checked too often, it should be discussed. Not with anger, but with vulnerability. The moment a partner feels like they are being monitored, it should be discussed. The moment someone feels anxiety rising because they see their partner somewhere unexpected, it should be discussed. The strongest marriages are not the ones without problems. They are the ones where problems are faced openly, together, without defensiveness. Location sharing will never replace the hard work of trust. It cannot soothe insecurity. It cannot fix jealousy. It cannot build emotional safety. Only honest conversation, accountability, and consistent love can do that. But location sharing can be a supportive tool when those foundations are already strong. Now let us consider something deeper. Consider the idea that marriage is not about knowing where your partner is physically. Marriage is about knowing where your partner is emotionally. Are they overwhelmed? Are they exhausted? Are they hurting? Are they confused? Are they happy? Are they fulfilled? Are they lonely even though they are not alone? Knowing this matters infinitely more than knowing what street they are on. You can know the exact coordinates of a person and still be miles away from their heart. You can see their dot on a map and still not understand their thoughts. You can track their location and still have no idea what they truly need from you. Emotional intimacy is far more important than digital visibility. So if a couple wants to deepen connection, let the conversation not begin with where someone is physically, but where they are emotionally. That is where the true work of marriage takes place. Still, for many couples, location sharing provides comfort. And there is no shame in that. Some people come from past experiences that left them shaken. Some people lived through betrayal. Some through trauma. Some through environments where safety was never guaranteed. And so they seek reassurance not because they want to control, but because the world once proved itself unpredictable. In these situations, location sharing can help calm old wounds. But only if both partners understand the purpose. Only if both partners agree. And only if the goal is healing, not control. Healing in marriage is a journey, and location sharing may be part of that healing for some. But it should never replace the conversations that must accompany it. It should never be the bandage covering a deeper wound. And for others, privacy is a form of personal peace. Some people need space in their minds, in their routines, in their moments alone. Not because they are hiding anything, but because solitude is part of their internal balance. For them, location sharing might feel intrusive. And that feeling deserves respect without accusation. A partner who values privacy is not suspicious. They are human. A partner who values independence is not disloyal. They are whole. And a marriage thrives when two whole people share life side by side, not overshadowing each other, but supporting each other. Perhaps the most important truth is this. A healthy marriage does not fear the question. A healthy marriage is not afraid to discuss location sharing. Because the discussion itself reveals how two people relate to trust, fear, security, independence, and connection. For some, sharing location becomes an act of love. For others, choosing not to share location becomes an act of love. What matters is the intention. What matters is the honesty. What matters is the respect. Marriage is not about doing what other couples do. Marriage is about finding what works for you. What brings you peace? What builds your bond? What respects the individuality of both people? What honors the vows you made to each other? If your marriage is strong, location sharing becomes optional. If your marriage is fragile, location sharing becomes irrelevant. Because no technology can fix what only trust and communication can restore. So here is the deeper message. If you want to share locations with your partner, let it be a choice born from love, not fear. And if you choose not to share locations, let that also be a choice born from respect, not defensiveness. The greatest gift in a marriage is not access to each other's location. The greatest gift is access to each other's truth. Access to each other's fears. Access to each other's dreams. Access to each other's vulnerabilities. Access not to where someone is physically, but to who they are becoming. A location can tell you where your partner is. But love will tell you whether they feel safe. Trust will tell you whether they feel understood. Communication will tell you whether the connection between you is alive. A map can show movement. But only the heart can show meaning. So should partners have each other's location. Only if both want it. Only if both agree freely. Only if both understand the purpose. Only if it strengthens connection rather than erodes it. The real question is not whether your partner can see where you are. The real question is whether they see who you are. Whether they see your worth. Whether they see your effort. Whether they see your heart. That is what makes a marriage unshakable. Not an app. Not a dot. Not a setting. It is the love that moves quietly beneath every choice you make together. So choose from love. Choose from honesty. Choose from clarity. Choose from understanding. And whether you share location or not, choose each other. Again and again. Every day.